this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com.
Hey there, welcome to the podcast. I'm Chris Paulette. I'm one of the editors here, and with me, as always, is staff writer Josh Clark. Hey, Josh.
How's it going, Chris?
Doing okay. I thought we would talk about what happens when animals evolve in isolation, and basically it starts with the theory of evolution and how we're all related.
Exactly, yeah. And like you said, you hit upon it as a theory. I think we should say that not everyone subscribes to evolution, but if you're a scientist, you most likely do. There are a few ways to go about evolving, and one of them is through evolution and isolation. For that to happen, you have to go through a speciation event. And what that is just when one species becomes two or more species. For example, bears. You want to talk about bears?
Sure, we can talk about bears.
Okay, well, the black bear is the parent species of the polar bear. And it makes sense if you think about it. They're bears, right? So surely all bears are related. But how did polar bears become white? Why are black bears still black? I think evolutionary biologists tend to believe that it was because of a parapatric speciation event. And parapatric speciation occurs when a species becomes so spread out geographically that members in different areas are living in different environments, undergoing different experiences. Mm-hmm. So the black bear up north had a fur coat that stood out like a sore thumb against the white landscape, the snow-covered landscape. So they evolved to be white. That's not enough. That doesn't cover speciation entirely. For speciation to be complete, you have to go through reproductive isolation. And this just means where the members of the species no longer can produce offspring. It can be because they develop different genitalia. It can be because they've developed different times of the year to mate, different locations to mate in. Either way, if reproductive isolation occurs, a speciation event has taken place.
Okay. So basically they just have to be different enough where they're no longer able to reproduce with one another and then gradually, become a different species altogether.
That's exactly right. And there's also some other really interesting aspects to evolution. One of them I know you know a lot about, and that's the evolutionary bottleneck, right? That's
true. This is when a group gets completely, or I guess nearly completely, cut off from the main group. So they are reproducing only with one another. It's like a bottleneck if you think like a soda bottle. But that can cause some problems because if there's a genetic defect, it can be passed down from generation to generation. You mentioned in the article a group of Amish people in Pennsylvania mm-hmm. who had had a trait for smaller than normal brains, microencephaly, mm-hmm. And that can be fatal. So obviously, in this case, this very small group of people having that trait be passed down was fatal to that group.
Not a desired trait either.
No, definitely not. But Josh, one of the other examples that you used in the article that I thought was really cool was the iguanas that were displaced by Hurricane Marilyn.
Yes.
And that's sort of an evolutionary bottleneck, and it's also an example of a different kind of speciation, allopatric, which is, they're cut off by a geographical boundary. In this case, they're on an island separated by, the main group by water. Mm-hmm. And the small group of iguanas floated from Guadeloupe to Anguilla. And I think that's really cool because, it's a completely scientific study. There were no iguanas on Anguilla before this happened. So
it's a completely natural experiment.
Right. It wasn't forced. They just happened to notice that these iguanas are going to go there. And so they found out, we're going to find out if there will be a bottleneck. And also the island rule, which is funny that this is an island, but the island rule would give them a chance to see if these iguanas will grow larger or smaller as a result of being cut off from the main genetic body of iguanas. Mm-hmm. So it's going to give scientists a chance to see evolution up close and personal, as it were.
Ironically, it was a gift from God to conduct a natural experiment on evolution.
Well, there you go.
Well, you can read all about this in What Happens When Animals Evolve in Isolation on HowStuffWorks.com. For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Let us know what you think. Send an email to podcast@HowStuffWorks.com.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
You see it instantly. It's Cold Water Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Cold Water Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Cold Water Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Live CBS Sunday. Hollywood's biggest party is now bigger than ever.
Perfect. No notes.
The Golden Globes, with more stars, more glamour, more chaos, and more host Nikki Glazer.
We're gonna laugh at the celebrities that can take it and completely ignore the ones who can't. I'm just kidding. They're not safe either.
The Golden Globes, live CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount+.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.